Hello everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti and today I am back with another Continental knitting stitch tutorial. Today I am back here with the Cupido stitch. I can't pronounce it. It is a lovely textured stitch pattern. It reminds me a lot of the caterpillar stitch that I did many years ago. I will try to leave that linked for you guys at the end of this video if you stick around. This is very suitable, I think, for beginners because it is just a series of knits and slipping stitches and such, which I will walk you through entirely in this video. I would love it so much if you stuck around to the end so I can tell you guys about my pattern club over on my website, InfinityCraftingCompany.com. But without further ado, I'm going to dive straight into this tutorial. Okay, to begin this stitch, I am going to cast on in multiples of 4 and then add an additional 3. You can use any cast on you'd like. For the sample swatch, I did use the old Norwegian cast on because it's a favorite of mine, but today I will just be doing the simple long tail cast on. There's 4. Alright, now I have cast on 19 stitches, and for row 1 we are going to jump right into our repeat, and this is the right side of our work. What we're going to do is we're going to knit the first 3 stitches, so 1, 2, and 3. Then what we are going to do is slip the next stitch purlwise, so insert your needle from right to left and just slip it off your hook. Alright, and we left the yarn to the back. We're going to come back around and we are going to start over in our repeat and knit the next 3 slip. So we're going to knit these next 3 stitches. I've knit this first one, going to knit the next one, 2 and 3, and then we are going to slip the next stitch purlwise. So insert your needle from right to left, slip it off the needle with the yarn in the back, and we're going to do that all the way across our project. Alright, now when you get to the end of the row and you have 7 stitches left, you're going to end up repeating your repeat. So knit 3, 1, 2, and 3. You're going to slip that 4th stitch like that, and then we're going to end the row on a knit 3, 1, 2, and 3. Alright, and that is row 1. I like to put a stitch marker on this stitch as you saw in the swatch. I'm just gonna go ahead and snap that on there. Alright, and now we're going to move on to row 2. So for row 2, again diving right into our repeat, we're going to knit the first 3 stitches. One, 2, and 3. Alright, now with the yarn in the front, we're going to slip 1 purlwise. Okay, and we're going to move the yarn back to the back, and we're going to knit the next 3 stitches. Alright, and we're going to again bring the yarn forward, slip 1 purlwise, bring the yarn back to the back, and we're going to knit the next 3. 2 and 3. Okay. All the way across. Again, we're going to slip this last stitch purlwise with the yarn in the front, bring it back to the back, and we're going to end this row on a knit 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And that is row 2, which is the wrong side of the work. For row 3, we're going to start off with a, you guessed it, knit 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we're just going to slip 1 with the yarn in the back. So again, from right to left, slip it off. We're going to knit the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, all the way to the last 3 stitches. Alright, and now I'm going to knit the last 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And this is row 3. So as you can see, it's not taking very long for the little spikes in this stitch to show up. So it's very gratifying out the gate. Alright, so now we're on to row 4. And row 4 is a repeat of row 2. So we're going to knit the first 3 stitches. And 3. Right, now with the yarn in the front, we're going to slip this next stitch, put the yarn back to the back, and then we are going to knit the next 3 stitches. 2, 3. All the way to the last 3 stitches. Smooth. Right, I'm at my last 4 stitches, gonna slip that next one with the yarn in the front, bring it back to the back, and I'm gonna knit the last 3 stitches. Alright, row 4 starts us off offsetting this pattern a little bit, so it's going to be a little change up. We are going to start our pattern, row 5, we are going to start offsetting this. So we are going to start our pattern with a knit 1, then we are going to slip 1, we're going to knit 2. 1, 2. Alright, so now we start from the beginning. Knit 1, oops, lay the yarn to the back, we're going to slip 1, we're going to knit 2, all the way across. Alright, and when I get to the last 3 stitches here, I'm just going to continue the pattern. So I'm going to knit 1, slip 1, and then I'm going to knit that last one. Right? And this is row 5. Now we're on to row 6. So we're going to go ahead and knit 1. We're now going to slip 1 with the yarn in the front. I'm going to move it back to the back, and we are going to knit 2. And that is our repeat for this row. So knit 1, yarn to the front, slip 1, yarn to the back, knit 2. Alright, now that we are at our last 3 stitches, I'm going to knit 1, bring my yarn forward, going to slip that next one, bring my yarn back to the back, and we're going to knit that last one. Alright, now on to row 7. We are going to repeat row 5. So we are going to knit 1, slip 1, knit 2, all the way across. Alright, these last 3 I'm going to knit 1, slip 1, knit 1. On to row 8, which is the final row of our repeat. We are going to knit the first stitch, then we are going to bring the yarn forward, slip the next stitch, okay, then we are going to bring the yarn back to the back, and we're going to knit 2 all the way across. Then the last 3 are going to knit 1, bring the yarn forward, we're going to slip the next stitch, bring the yarn back to the back, and we are going to knit 1. Alright, and this is what our pattern starts to look like here. You start to get these little loose spike stitches that are offset every so often, and if you continue to repeat rows 1 through 8, you'll end up with a swatch that looks like this one. Something I would use this particular stitch pattern for is scarves and sweaters. It's very spongy, but it's not too thick, and I think that it would pair nicely with a good wool to play up the texture a little bit in the design. Alright, if you have made it to the end of this video, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Now I want to tell you more about my pattern club, Hey Craftapreneur. I kickstarted this program back in July, and since then I have released or re-released 11 different crochet patterns. It's been a passion project of mine for the last year or so to start incorporating video tutorials into my written PDF patterns, and so this program has allowed me to do that while also being able to share them with my community. Members get access to not only the written designs with all the images, but you also get access to the video tutorials that I put in them. So those are posted directly into the blog for members only. There's also a forum that you guys can refer to either use it as a quick access point or ask for help, or mingle, whatever it is you want to do over there within the different categories. I have been shelling out designs at a pace of about 2 per month, give or take. I also release bonus patterns that I haven't released to the public yet because, my mind is just an infinite well of ideas, and sometimes they just gotta get out there. So I enjoy putting those out there for my community as well. Most recently, I released the Fresh Peaks sweater, which has been in production for a little over 2 years now, and I'm really happy to finally get that out there and shared with you guys. Members also get early access to design, so when I have a brand new pattern that I've probably been hyping up or talking about, members get access to that first and get to jump on the general public with those. Currently, I am working on something huge, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with my members later on in December. So if you want to support this content that you see here on YouTube and make cool stuff and have all these other perks listed, then head over to my website linked in the description box below and sign up for Hey Crafterpreneur today. Your support goes such a long way and I would appreciate it so much. Otherwise, you can find me on all of my other social media, which is linked in the description box of this video. And until next time, guys, happy making.